My wife and I separated for a year to work on ourselves, but she treated it like a free pass to sleep around. Now I'm making it permanent. My wife and I have been married for 6 years. No kids. Last July, our marriage hit rock bottom in the worst way possible. I'm an essential worker, and I work the graveyard shift, 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. I come home exhausted and sleep during the day while she's at work. That was our routine for years, and it worked fine. Then the pandemic hit. She started working from home full-time, and suddenly our apartment became her office. Zoom calls at 10 a.m., conference meetings at noon. She'd blast music while working, run the vacuum cleaner, talk on speakerphone with her mom. Every single day, I'd wake up groggy and furious. I tried talking to her about it, asked if she could keep it down or maybe work in the living room instead of right outside our bedroom. She'd roll her eyes and say, "I have a job too, you know. The world doesn't revolve around your sleep schedule." I became this miserable, short-tempered person. The few hours we actually spent together were tense and uncomfortable. We'd sit at dinner in complete silence, both of us on our phones, avoiding eye contact. It felt like we were roommates who hated each other. One night after a particularly bad fight, I suggested we do a trial separation, just some space to cool off and figure things out. She didn't even hesitate. She said, "Yeah, I think that's a good idea." That hurt more than I expected. My company was offering hotel rooms to essential workers, so we wouldn't risk exposing our families. I decided to take them up on it. Before I packed my stuff, I asked her one simple question. "So, just to be clear, are we seeing other people during this time? I just want to understand the boundaries." She exploded. Her face went red and she snapped, "Are you serious right now? If that's the first place your mind goes, then maybe this whole thing isn't even worth it. I want to save our marriage, not give you a free pass to go screw around." I apologized immediately. Told her I wasn't trying to start anything. I just wanted to make sure we were on the same page. She didn't say anything else, just turned around and walked into the bedroom. So I moved into the hotel. And honestly, I threw myself into fixing myself. I started going to therapy twice a week. My therapist helped me realize that working night shift was destroying my mental health. I was irritable, depressed, constantly exhausted. So I talked to my boss and switched to day shift. It changed everything. I learned how to communicate better, how to express frustration without lashing out, how to set boundaries without being passive-aggressive. For the first time in years, I actually felt good about myself. My wife and I started doing couples counseling at the beginning of this year, and it was amazing. We were both open and honest. We admitted our mistakes. We talked about what went wrong and how we could fix it. I told her about my shift change and my progress in therapy. She seemed proud of me. She talked about how she'd been working on her patience and learning to compromise. It felt like we were actually going to make it. After months of hard work, we made the decision together. I'd move back in next month. We'd give our marriage a real second chance. Last week, we had our regular session. Everything was going great. Our therapist smiled and said she was proud of how far we'd come. Then, almost as an afterthought, she asked, "Before we wrap up, I just want to confirm, have you both completely ended any relationships you may have had during the separation?" I laughed and said, "What relationships?" I didn't see anyone. I was too busy working on myself. The room went completely silent. I looked over at my wife. She was staring at the floor, her hands clenched in her lap. The therapist looked directly at her and said softly, "Would you like to answer the question?" My wife's voice came out as barely a whisper. I thought we were on a break. My stomach dropped. I just stared at her, waiting for her to say she was joking. She didn't. The therapist asked, "How many people?" My wife started crying. "I don't know. I didn't keep count. Maybe 5, 6? I stood up and walked out. Didn't say a word, just left. She's been calling and texting nonstop, saying I never explicitly said we couldn't see other people. That I was the one who asked about it first, so clearly I was thinking about it too. That she thought the separation meant we were free to explore. I'm done. I'm filing for divorce. She can explain to everyone why.